when I asked the rabbi whether he wanted to go first or second, now I understand, because he has a way with the English language and with ways of expressing, I think, everybody's emotional reaction to, or at least personalize his reaction to, I think, is a general reaction. Also, I'm grateful to the idea that he had about having a Malava Malka, even though it was, on the heels of a 3-day holiday, because he felt he wanted to make this a community event. And I think when I went to Poland, I was struck by the idea of what ties people together. And we all know that there are all sorts of denominations of Jews and feelings about Yiddishkeit in general and religion in particular. But what I learned and what I was struck about in my travels, at least through Poland, was the diversity of Yiddishkeit that existed. Whether you were Hasidish, or whether you were Baptist, or whether you were a Bundist, or whether you were a Yiddishist, or whether you were totally secular, or whether you were a writer, or whether you were a scholar. But one thing united the Jewish nation. And I think being here tonight, of diverse backgrounds, say, we are all united by a common heritage, a common religion, many more things in common than not in common. And unfortunately, that commonality was also, to a large extent, the reason why from 3.3 or 3.5 million Polish Jews was essentially decimated down to the very few today, including Monica Krawczyk, who's devoted her life and last 10, 12, 15 years, whatever, to one particular mission, and among others, she is loyal, and that is to the preservation of Jewish heritage in Poland. So she spoke a bit in our synagogue at Yom Israel yesterday and at Midway Jewish Center today. And what we thought for this evening, we would air a short, about a 12-minute video, which talks about challenges of Jews today in Poland, and that could be the springboard for which you might have an open Q&A, and I'm sure there are lots of particular questions that you're going to have. So I want to thank, for me, I'm up here talking more than the people who did all the hard work, from Avi Asset to David Gross and Avi's brother and everybody else who volunteered to come out over here and make this evening happen. So, a debt of gratitude to them. And without further ado, Maestro.